speak at its finest.
But they wear the Kardashians' makeup. No problem wearing that, though, do they?
Relationship with adult content than with
they love the Kardashians.
I grew up viewing GIF files of bikini-clad women on my 286 that I downloaded from a BBS, which was often my favorite pastime. I also spent a lot of time descrambling C-band and Q-band satellite signals for adult channels. I couldn't imagine growing up with the way the internet is today. And if I was growing up today and in high school and Oculus Rift came out, I don't think I'd want to date any high school girls anymore. And the exact same thing is happening in Japan. Let's all wait and see what happens in 8 months when every single boy in America wants an Oculus Rift under their Christmas tree. We are on the verge of a new revolution when it comes to male sexuality in North America and Europe, and it won't be helping the birth rates either. But on the other parts of the world, such as Russia, China, and South Korea, they're going in the completely opposite direction, and it's not going to help bring up the birth rates either. The truth is that even if adult material is banned, men will still go on the internet and find loopholes around the laws and use whatever encryption technology they can to keep their behavior secret. If you compare it to a drug, then think about it this way. Pornography is free, it's instantaneously accessible at any point on the earth, and socially acceptable in most Western countries. But if we compare it to dating a woman, women are as addicting as we all know, but we also have to work to feed that addiction.
Porn will always be legal in the United States.
Risk and ruin our financial
Washington, D.C., they love that shit.
On a regular basis. Sure, the two are not exactly the same thing, and that being with someone in real life actually releases chemicals that you won't get when you're looking at adult content. But it's enough to tie most men over and keep us sane. And more importantly, it keeps us from pursuing detrimental relationships. Men have done a cost-benefit analysis and have realized that fapping is more freeing than actually being in a relationship. And in the end, it's going to hurt feminists because men now have the option to get satisfied for free instead of dealing with nagging women. The governments will also be hurt because they'll lose new citizens in order to feed the marriage meat grinder as well as the tax base. But in Western countries where pornography will probably stay legal, we'll probably use increased immigration to grow the population base instead of clamping down and creating pornhibition. Adult materials will not become illegal in the United States and Canada because the cable, internet companies, as well as Facebook through Oculus Rift are going to own the hardware to get it into your house and in front of your eyeballs. Rising stock prices and increased corporate profits will continue to drive it.
They do not want to take away financial gain. That's stupid.
So money talks, and feminists simply
Who wants to take away financial gain? Come on, seriously?
Because the industry makes too much money for many companies. As for Russia banning adult materials, somewhere in his grave, Larry Flint is now turning over, hearing about the ban on adult materials. Oh wait, he's still alive. But I'm still pretty sure that he's not happy about what's happening. But I still think that at some point governments will point to Oculus Rift and the internet and say, look, this is why our birth rates are falling. And this is why men aren't marrying and paying their taxes. We need to put a stop to this and wipe out the technologies that are wiping out the population and creating alternatives to being with a real-life human being. That's what the governments will probably say, and feminists will be on their side. But in reality, feminism, birth control, and working women riding the carousel are responsible for the declining birth rates. So now I'm getting ready to go out and purchase more Facebook stock because I know they'll probably be making a fortune as soon as Oculus Rift is released. But don't listen to my financial advice. Do your due diligence instead.
Oculus Rift.
That's it for today's video. Thank you, Neil, for your donation. And as for everyone else, please like me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter to get to...
Everything that's happening negative towards women is something that they're doing on their own. It's not just something that just happened in the past 5 years. This shit happened back 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Men are getting the sham. There's nothing to benefit us in relationships and marriage. Nothing. Woman wants you to be her little fucking puppet. You know, she wants to connect strings to you. She wants to know where you are, when you're going to be home, and all this bullshit. Fuck that, you know? Most of us men didn't have that kind of restrictions when we were children, teenagers growing up. But all of a sudden these women that never grow up, they're just little girls in adult bodies. You know? Kids cry when they don't get their way. Just like girls. They cry to get their way, like little kids do. Grown men don't do that shit, do we? No. It's just women want the pie, the kitchen, the cake, the house, every fucking thing that they can, but they don't want to work for it. Some of them say, I want to work, I want you. The only reason you're working is because you don't have a man to do it for you. Ask your grandma, your great grandma, how well it was that she didn't have to fucking work every day. Ask her. Then go ask your grandma how she likes to have to get up to work every day. Then go ask your mom that same question. And ask yourself that same question. But you're tired of it. It's men are putting us down as patriarchy, you know? It's fucking women. It's okay when they have matriarchy, which is the female version of patriarchy. It's okay if they do that. It's fine. You know, we're not even supposed to know that word exists. And these women are greedy little narcissistic fucking cunts that don't deserve a fucking thing that they have. And the ones that have it need to be shut the fuck down. Need to be dropped. And all you guys sit there and give likes and comments and, oh babe, you're so pretty, blah 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 blah. Look at that girl right there. All that fucking makeup on her. That's what you see. And lighting. You see makeup and lighting on this chick. Take all that shit away. She's not fucking pretty. You know, look at her. She's a little skinny, scrawny looking thing. No structure of muscle in her body whatsoever, so it doesn't look like she ever works out. Her arms are, you know, strings. Looks like she's probably only about 4'11", maybe barely 5 foot if that. Little tiny thing. But she does have those eyes that says, I want to fuck right now, and that's what the guy sees. He sees those blowjob lips. So yeah, she's pretty hot with all this makeup on. Remove that makeup, different story. All guys know that. You meet a girl one night at the club, take her home and fuck shit out of her, she spends the night, wake up next day. Who in the fuck is this? You know? It's known as a coyote ugly. You want to chaw off your own arm, chew off your own arm, get away from that bitch. You know? Then the women had to make fun of that phrase to make the movie called Coyote Ugly, where it was women dancing in the bars and all this bullshit. And the women were, you know, doing crazy shit. That, to me, draws me away from a woman. A woman that does not want to act like she's supposed to. However, you know, however a woman is supposed to act. Some guys don't like the word lady. One guy I talked to, he said I said, man, what's wrong with a woman being a lady? He said a lady is a bastardized term for the woman. And it took me a minute to understand it, and I finally understood what he said. And, you know, I could have asked him right then and there, but I figured I'd wait, let it roll on me for a minute. And I finally understood what he said. It is a bastardized word for lady. Is, you know, hey lady. They don't like it. They don't like to call a woman either. You know, I'd rather just call them a fucking cunt and get it over with. 'Cause that's all these women are, just fucking cunts. You know, they don't like you, they don't like me, they don't like anybody. They want your fucking money. So the only reason we exist is to take our fucking money. That's it. Get them a house, get them a car, get them some resources, get them some protection. They're fucking set. Any guy that has a daughter has told his daughter the same thing. He's prepping her. Women prep more when guys aren't around. We don't hear all the side talk that women do. We don't hear it. And not our, because, you know, you can't add me, but guys' daughters usually don't find out what the girls and mothers are up to until it's too late. You know, they have this bond with each other where they hate and they argue and fight, the mother and daughter, but all of a sudden they team up and they're good friends. You know, because they're both narcissistic bitches that want one goal. And that's for them to be fucking happy. Whoever's in the middle of their happiness is a fucking target. You know, I'm sure you've had this where a woman calls your house and you don't answer the phone. And she texts you. You know, and wants to talk. But then she acts snotty. And you're kind of like, well, it sounds like somebody's in a bad mood, you know. Still texting. She's like, call it whatever you want. And he said, okay. Just keep it simple, you know. Okay. 2 short words, done. You know, because it doesn't do any good to argue with a woman. Doesn't do any fucking good. Majority of the time, women are better with words than men. They learn at a younger age. All that stuff versus when we learn. But yet we learn the 3Ds. We learn the building aspects. We learn dimensions. Most women never learn that fucking shit. So, in men's life, we're always improving. Women peak out and go downhill very fucking fast. Or men, not all, the majority of us men, take care of our bodies. And if we don't have someone nagging at us, you know, causing stress, which is early death, we tend to be a little bit happier, you know. Sure, we like to have sex, we like to do all this, that's, you know, part of being a human and a species is having sex. But men have decided, and we're still deciding, not everybody, you know, we're getting them all in there. Majority of men have decided, but we still got the newer ones that are lagging around. I've always lived by the theory of meet them, eat them, and leave them. Find them, fuck them, forget them. You know? I don't need a relationship. I don't need a full-time person sitting next to me. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you going to be back? Who are you going to be with? I don't like your friends. How come I can't go? How come I never do this with you? You know, I don't want that shit. Most people don't understand. Your life is your life. It's not somebody else's life. When you give it to somebody else, they want to control your life and their life, and what does it leave you? Nothing. Usually the dog has more respect in the house than the fucking husband or man does. So, it's just not something worth getting into. You know, a guy gets into a house with a woman, he gets his own space. But it's usually the darkest, dingiest, moldiest fucking place that she didn't want to put boxes. And that's where you're going to go. That's your... I mean, you'll make it fucking awesome because it's your man cave. But in reality, the whole fucking house is yours because you pay for it. If she's not paying for it, you are. It's your fucking house. But for some reason, long fucking time ago, women used to be in charge of the house. And men were in charge of the work. Now women want in charge of the house and the work, but they can't control the house. Look at how these children are just running rampant around the fucking streets all the time. How these girls are dressed like little fucking hookers. They're on social media. They're showing their fucking asses everywhere, you know? And these moms, they're competing with these daughters. That's fucked up, man. You know? When moms are jealous of their daughters because their daughters look better than them. It's fucking natural to be that way. But the thing is, a lot of these women are not taking care of their bodies. They're drinking, they're smoking, they're cussing, they're not exercising. You know, they're eating nasty foods all hours of the fucking day. So they're getting fat. And they want to blame somebody else because they're fat? That's their own fucking fault. That's a typical woman to blame somebody else for their own fucking shortcomings. When I used to coach sports, I coached girls over guys. Why? That way girls could fucking learn that not everybody's going to treat them like a little princess. I wasn't mean to the girls, no. But my girls knew they were there to play soccer. They weren't there to playtime, you know? They knew they had to do this shit. And they had to do it right. And if they didn't, you know, their friends knew if they didn't know how to do it. And yeah, friends clown friends. You know? And I would get the short stock of it in too, because hey, I'm the coach. I'm supposed to be the one to why they didn't learn something. But I never had that problem because once you get into the proper mindset into their heads, you can not necessarily manipulate them, but you can alter them to work in your path. But you must give them stuff in return, like give a dog a treat. You know? But yet, most men just lay down backwards, let the woman take over the house, fuck the shit out of everything, while he just sits around and does nothing. But little by little, he's losing his house, his car, his family, he's losing everything because his greedy little bitch can't keep her fucking mouth and legs shut. Stay away from girls.